Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today we got the Survivor Series Anthology DVD reviews. This is the 5-disc sets from 87 through 1996. These were released in 2009. Only the first 10 Survivor Series were released like this. It really sucks that they never continued volumes 3 and 4. A lot of DVD collectors were looking forward to the releases of Survivor Series volumes 3 and 4. So these are pretty similar to the SummerSlam anthology sets, where they have the sleeves instead of the hard plastics, which I'm personally not a fan of. They do come in slip covers, which really doesn't make a difference to me. So we got our manual numbers, which is pretty much our years 87 through 91 for volume 1. They kind of give us like this folder type deal. Here's your spine. 15-hour runtime, which is pretty much 3 times 5. And I love these classic Survivor Series events. We got Andre the Giant, Taker, and Hogan, the Mega Powers, Kerry Von Erich, and Warrior. Then they list some of the matches we'll see. So the Survivor Series debuted in 1987, and the Thanksgiving tradition quickly became a fan favorite. With its unique team elimination matches, now for the first time ever on DVD, fans can re-experience the 1987 through 1991 events in this 5-disc, 15-hour collection. This set contains 24 matches. So that's Volume 1. Let's take a look at Volume 2 slip. Again, pretty much the same design, just different colors. I don't like how they use different colors. I wish they would have kept it the same, but I like pretty much everything the same. Like SummerSlam, it's cool, everything's different, but I kind of wish that was all the same as well. Again, a 15-hour runtime. And who knows why they never released Volume 3 and 4. It's apparently they weren't fans of releasing, big anthology sets after a while. And they wanted to do more best of compilations. So then we got Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels from 92, Undertaker and Yokozuna, Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. A lot of people forget about that match in 96. Then Perfect Savage and Flair from 1992 as well. Some great moments in the early days of Survivor Series. I'm not going to run through each and every matchup. I have reviewed both these on their own, but I did want to do a video with these together. I haven't done a review like this for both of them together yet, so let me know some of your all-time favorite Survivor Series matches. So again, the back is fairly similar to that. I absolutely love the artwork on these. And I do wish they would have included more of the pay-per-view posters. So there we got Hogan versus the $1 Million Man. We got the Gravest Challenge in 91. Hogan and Zeus. We got Hart Foundation, Dusty Rhodes, and Coco Beware. A lot of people forget how far back Coco Beware was. Then we got Savage and Duggan. Andre the Giant's team in 87. Slaughter. We got Warrior and Perfect. Warrior and Hogan. Powers of Pain. And each volume pretty much has the same disc art, just the disc changes and the year changes. So disc 1, 87, disc 2, 88, disc 3, 89, so on and so forth. So the print is very fine. I do wish they would have had the dates and locations on these, but that's nitpicking. And here you can see all Survivor Series elimination matches. The big one here would be Andre defeating Hogan's team with the Giant, Rick Rude, King Kong Bundy, Butch Reed, and One Man Gang versus Hogan, Bam Bam, Ken Patera, Morocco, and Paul Orndorff. 88, another favorite of mine. We got the Warrior, Beefcake, Sam Houston, the Blue Blazer, and Jim Brunzell versus the Honky Tonk Man, Danny Davis, Greg Valentine, Outlaw Ron Bass, and Bad News Brown. Then we got the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks, or the $1 Million Team. Hogan, Savage, Coco Beware, Hercules, and Hillbilly Jim versus Big Boss Man Akeem, $1 Million Man, King Haku, and the Red Rooster. The one I absolutely love are these gigantic tag team matches with 5 tag teams on each side. So that's 20 men in one match. And look at some of these teams with Demolition, the Brainbusters, the Powers of Pain, the Rockers, Bulldogs, Heart Foundation. It's absolutely incredible. They did this for a few years, and I absolutely loved it. It's really cool, and I love when they do that shot from the corner. It's not the hard camera, it's like from the boom camera, it's from the corner. It looks really cool. A little bit more artwork here. From 87, you got Andre and Bam Bam, Ted DiBiase and Bret Hart, Jake the Snake and Rick Martel, Hogan and Taker, then Bolsheviks. 89, we would see, pretty much the same thing here. This would be the Heyman family versus the Ultimate Warriors. And for a while, it did take place on Thanksgiving night. 1990 would be pretty similar. A lot of Survivor Series matchups. But this would feature a big earthquake, natural disasters versus the Hulkamaniacs. And they could never pick whether it was 4-on-4 or 4-on-5. Got the Perfect Team versus the Ultimate Warriors. Dream Team versus the $1 Million Team. The Visionaires versus the Vipers. The Alliance versus the Mercenaries. And in 91, they introduced, single matchups into the Survivor Series with Undertaker versus Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship. We had LOD and Big Boss Man versus the Natural Disasters and IRS. Nature Boy Ric Flair, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, the Mountie and the Warlord versus Bret Hart, Piper, Virgil, and the Bulldog. Really good stuff. I think 91 is one of my favorites on that. Moving on to Volume 2, 92 through 96. Now we're in like the new generation era. We got Austin, Brett, Yokozuna, Razor and Savage, Ric Flair, Sid at Madison Square Garden. That's such an epic shot. Got Owen Hart, Undertaker, and again at Madison Square Garden. Lex Luger, Perfect and Ramon, Shawn and Brett, Undertaker and Mankind. Some really good stuff in this volume. Probably my preference over the two. I also forgot to mention, I think it was in 89, where it was the Ultimate Survivors, where the finalists would meet up in the main event. We had Rick Martel, Power and Glory, the Warlord, and the $1 Million Man versus Hogan, Tito Santana, and the Ultimate Warrior. So whoever won advanced into the finals. I kind of like that idea, but I kind of don't. 1992, we had a nightstick match. The first ever coffin match, which would later become the casket match. Here we would have Savage and Perfect versus Flair and Ramon. And then Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels for the WWE title. Shawn Michaels was also the Intercontinental Champion. 1993, pretty decent match. Now Razor and Savage are on the same team. Then we had a family feud match between the Hart family and Shawn Michaels and his Knights. We had a Smoky Mountain tag title match. The Four Doinks versus Team Bam Bam. And the All-Americans versus the Foreign Fanatics. Not really a big fan of 93. 94, again, kind of the same thing, but 94 is pretty underrated as a whole. Submission match for the WWE title, Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog. Or Bret with the Bulldog versus Bob Backlund and Owen Hart. We have the Royal Family versus Clowns R Us. Bad Guys versus the Teamsters. $1 Million Team versus Pride and Glory. And then Undertaker versus Yokozuna. I think a lot of people remember that. That's weird because they had two casket matches in the same year, again at the Royal Rumble, right? Or Rumble wasn't a casket match, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was a casket match at the Rumble. 94. 95. Again, not really one of my favorite years, but a decent event. And give you a shot of the discard again. So disc 4 is 95. So they didn't do like the SummerSlams and the WrestleMania where it goes like 1 through 20. They just do 1 through 5 here. Again, we just have, basic Survivor Series elimination matches. Bret Hart versus Diesel. Bret Hart finally winning the title back. Diesel's year-long run as champion. A lot of people really hate that. 1996, much better here. I love this event from Madison Square Garden. Undertaker versus Mankind. Bret Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. We had The Rock making his debut in the elimination match. And it was pretty much The Rock versus Triple H. And then in the main event, Shawn Michaels versus Psycho Sid. So, really good stuff here. Overall, I absolutely love these 2 volumes. Sucks we never got a volume 3, a volume 4, but overall, I would probably definitely give both these a thumbs up. It's really fun going back and watching, volume 1 and volume 2. And these are some of the events I really love going back and watching. Really fun stuff here with the elimination matchups. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Comment down below. Let me know some of your favorite Survivor Series matches. We'll talk to you later. Peace.